Hello, today I'll be showing you how to multiply big numbers. So greater than 2 by 2. So something like 97.971 times 432, or 27 times 340. So we can use the, let me add one more example, a bigger one. 1,000, nope. Let's not do any zeros. 171. 1,741 times 4,132. So we'll go over each of these. So the first one we'll be explaining, and then afterwards we'll just go over how to do it. There we go. So let's, before we do this, you need to be able to do 1 by 1 multiplication. So like 3 times 7, 4 times 9, 8 times 4. If you can't do that, then you should not be watching this video. Practice that until you're able to go through that. Or if you have like a multiplication table that shows you what the answer is for those, you can still continue. So let's start off with our first example. 971 times 432. So unlike on how you read English, you start from the right and then you work your way left. So our first one is we multiply each one by 2. We multiply this side by 2. And what we do is we've already multiplied this number by 2. We shift over 1 and now we multiply that by 2. So now we have 14. Instead of writing the 1 over here, rewrite the 1 on top of the next number. And now we have a 1 on top. What we do now is we multiply it like normal. So we shift over by 1. We do 9 times 2, which is 18, and then we add whatever small number is up here. In that case, it is 1, so 18 plus 1 is 19. Now, if there was another number over here, we would add the 1. However, there is no number, so we don't do anything with it. We just leave the 1 as so. And now what you can do is you can cross the line to know that you've already done this number. So let's do our next one. Before we continue with this number, we add a 0 before it because it's in the tens place. So this 0 signifies that we're multiplying all the numbers with the tens place. So let's continue that like before. So now we're doing 3 times 1, 3. Nothing to carry over, so we just move on to the next. 7 times 3, 21. Now we move the 2 over here. And 9 times 3, 27. 27 plus 2 is 29. So we just do that. Finally, we're in our hundreds place. So we add 2 zeros because 100. So there are 2 numbers before it. 4 times 1 is 4. 7 times 4 is 28. So we move the 8 over here. 36 plus 2, 38. And finally, what you do is you add this all up together. So 2, 7, 14, 17, 18, 19, 11, and 4. So our answer is 419,472. Okay? Let's move on to the next one. And actually, to explain the last part, let's actually make one of these 0. We'll add the 0 over here. And we'll add another 0 over here. There we go. So that will explain. That will help explain the last part. So let's do 27 times 340. So now what we start off with, we actually start off with a 0. So what we do is we multiply 7 times 0, that's 0, 2 times 0, which is 0. So in case you haven't noticed, this entire line is just going to equal 0 because anything times 0 is 0. So what you can do is you can just ignore this line. Oops, I meant to scratch it out. And what you can do is you can just go on as usual. So now we start off, this is still the tens place. We don't shift the order whatsoever. So we start off with just the tens place. 10 times 4, 28. 2 times 4, 8 plus 2, 10. So 1080. And finally, let's do our hundreds place. 3 times 7 is 21. So we keep the 2 over there. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 2, 8. So now we just add it all up. This one's a lot easier because it's only 2 lines to add up. Our answer is 9,180. Let's finally do our last one. And I've decided to switch up the problem a little bit. This will now be a 9. Just for that little extra. So 1,709 times 403. Now here's the big one. 9 times 3, 27. So 7, 2. 0 times 3 is 0. You still do the multiplication, and then you add 2, which means there is something other than 0 going there. You continue as usual. 7 times 3 is 21. Multiply. So now we have 127 on the bottom, and then we keep the 2 over there. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Okay? Our first section done. We can skip the 0, but remember that this is still the hundreds place. So now we add 2 over here. So 4 times 9, 36. 0 times 4 plus 3 is 3. 7 times 4 is 28. And 4 plus 2 is 6. So finally, our last answer of the day is 688,727. And that is how you multiply big numbers. Oh, there we go. So that's how you multiply big numbers using long multiplication. I will make another video about how you can do it using grids, but in my opinion, this is a lot easier to do. Mostly if you are able to, you don't have to do anything by adding enormous amounts of zeros. So that's why I like this method more than the grid method. Okay? I hope you now understand how to multiply big numbers. Please send this to someone if they need help. And I'll see you soon.